Hey guys, today I'm making some bread and we'll need some active dry yeast, 1.5 tablespoons about. So let's get started. That's the first thing you'll need, not just yeast. 1.5 tablespoons of yeast is first. So are you guys ready to make bread? This is like my third time. So, it looks like I have two different yeast, but it's the same. I mixed it, and now we're gonna pour 1.5 cups of warm water. Make sure it's warm. Then we're gonna need 1/4 cup of white sugar. Yum, 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 yum. So the yeast is gonna eat that sugar and expand. Pretty cool. It's science. Then you're gonna need some salt, any salt. A teaspoon and a half. It looks like I do a little more. It pours out pretty quick. Any salt will work. Idolized salt, sea salt, any salt. Table salt. Then you'll need 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. 2 tablespoons. Then here it looks like I'm stirring it, but you do not have to stir. You do not. You do not have to stir. I just stirred it because I stirred it. Then you're gonna have to put in 2 cups of bread flour. Make sure it's bread flour. Not all-purpose flour, wheat flour, bread flour. You need bread flour. That's 1 cup, and you need 2. It's a pretty simple recipe, and it is so delicious. And there's 2. Then you want to mix it all together. You can use a fork. I would not recommend using a whisk, but use a fork or spatula, something like that. But this bread is delicious. And you can double this recipe, which would get you about 2 loaves. And I'm just stirring. Make sure you get most of the clumps out. Don't let it be lumpy. You don't want lumpy bread. That'd just be, lumpy bread. And just keep on mixing and get all those clumps out. So, leave a like if you like bread, because bread is delicious. And it looks like I'm done. Yay! And this is the bread about 2 to 3 hours later. And you want to add 2 more cups of flour. And you want to mix it. And it could it gets pretty tough mixing it. Kind of. Bread is yummy. Baking is science. Right now we're doing science. Is that believable? See, gets all weird. And I finished. I came back. It should look like a lump of dough. Then you get another bowl. You should get one that's bigger than what I have and coat it with oil and rub your bread dough all around to get all the oil. Yeah, I would recommend getting a bigger bowl than what I have because it gets pretty big. And then you want to leave it for a couple of hours, like 3 to 4, or you can leave it overnight. And you don't have to knead it if you leave it overnight or for 3 to 4 hours. And I have wet towels. You can use tablecloth. Just make sure it's wet. And here it is. Sorry about the lighting. And the paper towels that I have are not wet, so the bread stuck to it. So try to get the paper towels off. You might lose a little bit of dough, but that is what happens. Sorry if there's any background noise. So you just dispose of the paper towels, and there you have it. And you want your a loaf pan, and you're gonna want to coat it in oil. So here it is. You can see how it's stretchy. That's if you leave it overnight. I think it does the same thing, 3 to 4 hours. See, and now I turn that light on. Looks better. Then we're gonna move it over and get the loaf pan. And veggie oil. Some vegetable oil or olive oil or stuff in the spray can, that Pam's stuff. I'm just using vegetable oil. Just a little bit, not too much. Then you can use your hands or a paper towel or whatever to spread it around. So this bread is delicious. And it only makes 1 loaf unless you double it. Doubling, it makes about 2 loaves. So remember, leave a like if you like bread or love bread. Because if you make this, it'll be delicious. It'd be so yummy. And you just want to put your bread into your loaf pan and spread it out. And put it in the oven at 450 degrees to 35 to 40 minutes. And you're gonna have a wonderful time eating this bread. And here is your finished product. It's delicious. I don't know why I'm knocking on the bread and pushing it. So right here, I'm trying to take out the bread, but you need a knife. So I went over and grabbed a knife. And I'm just getting that. Like, come on, get out. So it's coming and it's out. And it's delicious. I grab a slice and it's delicious. With jam, butter, anything. And I just take a bite. It's delicious. And I've been saying delicious a lot. In the comments, say how many times I said delicious. And please subscribe. Please subscribe at Bakery09.